My idea is to give working permit to the refugees, to the immigrants, whereby they can work themselves, and the government or the politicians have to create jobs, factories, restaurants, whereby they can use the working permit to work in the companies, in the factories, in the restaurants, that they can pay their own tax, they can rent their own house, they can pay their own tickets to live successful, because one comes to a different country to live good life, to find better life than his own country. So when the person gets chance to work, I think he will feel good. And the second chance is to give them a place whereby you can, in your country, you can have a chance to have scholarships, lotteries, whereby you can try, and if you get the chance, you have the opportunity to live in Germany or Deutschland for comfortability, whereby your house is ready, your working is ready. So when you come to start work, you come to live comfortable. So a lot of immigrants, a lot of refugees will not force themselves to come, but they will rather wait and pass the right way. And the third thing is, when the companies and the restaurants are being created, the income will be good, because if they produce something like bag, shoes in the system, it will be very good for the society, and it will be very good for the immigrants, that they feel that they create this kind of products out, and it's made in Germany and it's made by the refugees, whereby they will feel proud and be good. So this is my option, or my idea, to tell the German politicians. Thank you.
I would say first, thanks so much for the politician for wanting to hear from the masses, or from the people in the streets, also like what they think about this refugee and asylum seekers. Like, first of all, I would start with the refugees. Like, looking at these refugees, many of them come to Germany, and they spend more than how many years in the camps, sometimes even ending up being deported. But if I want to give like one solution to such a thing, I can say that, first of all, many of these refugees, they have relatives here in Germany. Why not looking at it from the other perspective of trying to see a way if they can link some of these refugees and their relatives that already live here in Germany, and see a way that maybe these guys, they can take responsibility for these refugees, or even link a way. Like, for example, one of the ways we come from our countries to Germany is by relative or relation. Like a relation sending us an invitation letter. That's one of the ways. Also, these guys, they found yourself already in Germany. Instead of deporting them or leaving them in the camp for so long, why not just like search for all these relatives they already have here, and see a way that this relative can be responsible for them and give them an access to become not refugees anymore, but still like a immigrant that has the ability to work or do whatever they want to do, to also add to the society. And another thing I would also say is, looking at all these refugees laws and things that govern the refugees, putting yourself in the shoe of these refugees and asking yourself these questions, like, for example, you are a refugee, and you ask yourself, if I'm a refugee, am I okay with these laws? Will I be comfortable living in the camp for more than 5 years without doing nothing with my life? If I'm in the camp, will I be comfortable with all these laws, living in fear of not knowing the next day I'll be deported to wherever? Ask yourself these questions. Thank you very much.
The first thing I want to tell them is has to do with how do we call it? Language barrier. You know, I think English is an internationally accepted language anywhere you go. But when you're in Germany, it's like if you don't speak the Dutch, it's difficult to get work to do. And I think that is a problem. Yeah, I think if they could make English a second option, I think it will really help. Yeah, not only the immigrants, but also other foreigners coming in. Yeah, I think that will help about the language barrier. And the second two has to do with how do we call it? We Africans tend to have love for whites. You know, I'm from Ghana, West Africa. You know, when we see whites, we are like, I don't know. I mean, we like them. Yeah, we're kind of happy when we see whites. But it's not the same when you find yourself in the white man's land. You know, when they see the black man, this kind of racist mind, I mean, they kind of see you, I don't know. You even ask questions and they even tend not to even mind you. Yeah, they see you strange. I mean, that kind of, you know, discrimination is not good. Yeah, they should have that kind of love. Yeah, that love is very, very important. And the third thing too has to do with immigrants. I mean, when the police find immigrants, and when they see they have talent, you know, there are many people with talent. People do music, people play football. Yeah, so if you can tap, this kind of talents from these immigrants, you just have to help them, because not everybody wants to go home with nothing. You know, deporting people, I don't think, just deporting people like that, I don't think is the best way. So like when you find talent in them that you think you can use, tap out of them, yeah, it will be good, man. Yeah, so these are the points I want to share with them, if they could do something about it.